Yeah, so that's even half throttle, man. Hey guys, what is up? Welcome to the channel, welcome to another car review, and today we are in a 2011 Volkswagen GTI with the dual clutch transmission. Now stock they come of course with the 2-liter turbocharged engine making 200 horsepower and 207 torque. This one though has an APR Stage II tune on it, and when I looked down the website, I believe it should advertise at about 274 horsepower and 315 pound-feet of torque. And based on what happened back there, I think that's pretty much right. And one of the cool things about these dual clutch transmissions is that they are actually faster 0 to 60 and quarter mile than the manual. Not by much, but they still are. Those downshifts are nice. Yeah, that's to be expected, of course, when you're modifying a front-wheel drive car with all that power over the front wheels. Not a lot of grip there, but still it tracked straight. There was no jerking from side to side. Now I drove of course that Focus ST and that had horrible torque steer. Not so in this Golf GTI, which I absolutely love. So now we're doing the famed 60 miles an hour. We're about 2,500 RPM. Now given how torquey this engine is, kind of disappointed with that. I really wish that it would have a little bit lower RPM at 60, but still pretty good. Now we've done the acceleration run in the manual mode. Let's put it in automatic and see what happens. Now see, the red line over here starts at like 6,000 RPM, but the cool thing is that it is actually revving about 6,800. So yeah, it moves, and it moves quick. My God, this thing is so much fun to drive. Of course, earlier I mentioned that it is not stock. It has that APR Stage II, so it makes a boatload more power. This car also has a CTS turbo cold air intake, which helps the car breathe a little bit better. But it also has an exhaust that's a CTS turbo catback, and it's actually not too loud, but it does make all the right noises. I do love the turning in this. The tire squeal though. Brakes, actually pretty good. Okay, definitely need to be in second gear for this one. And that just powers right through that. Now obviously you gotta take it easy around a corner like that in a front wheel drive car with that much power. Now see these downshifts, man. Some people would say, oh, you hate the fact that you don't have a manual transmission, but these sounds, yeah, that is where it's at. Now, since we're sitting at the light, let's talk about the interior real quick. It's always very businesslike, no frills. You got awesome dials, at least I think they're awesome because they're so very simplistic. And I do love the red outline that you have. It tells you, okay, this is not your regular Golf. This is the GTI, the more high performance version. Also love the steering wheel. You have that, of course, race slash on the bottom. And the steering wheel also fits in your hands quite nice. Now, these paddle shifters though, they could be a little bit bigger, always too small in my book. Yeah, man, you gotta love that dual clutch transmission burble, man. You can't get that in anything else. Manual transmissions, love them, obviously, but these dual clutch transmissions, if you have to go auto, this is truly the way to go. Now, another thing about the interior that I really like are these seats. They're wider, so my love handles are not getting quite as much as a squeeze as they would in other cars, but I also love the plaid stitching on it. It brings it back to that old school car, which came out in 1976. Such a cool homage. Oh man, these downshifts. Yes. Man, that torque is instant, and that turn-in of this car is also absolutely epic. That burble. Now, when you look at the exterior on the car, it's a Golf, and that is pretty much the embodiment of what a hot hatch should be. It should be the regular people mover, but then with better brakes, better suspension, and an engine that should really belong in there. This is also probably one of the best daily drivers that you can get. Talk about that practicality in these hatches. Plenty of leg room. It's a Volkswagen. Plenty of room behind the hatch as well, which is perfect. You don't even have to put your foot in and completely. You get that acceleration regardless. Torque carries on to about 5,000 RPM and then it drops off. Does get a little bit droney, that exhaust, if you just get on it about 3,500 RPM wise. You do hear it in the back of your ears, but it's not too bad because it's not present anywhere else. Like right now, I'm completely fine. Another thing that's cool about the dual clutch transmission is that it gets better gas mileage than it does the manual. It does about mid-20s city and low 30s highway. Now, the manual doesn't really lag behind too much, but it might be a consideration if you are about that fuel economy life. However, if you're about that fuel economy life, would you buy a GTI? Probably not. You get the base model with the base engine, or you get the hybrid, or you even can get the electric version now, but who does that? Sorry, can't be in drive anymore. How that torque just moves you, man. This is great. Yeah, see, you feel it kind of want to go over those front wheels, but it's not bad at all. Just keep your head in the game and you're gonna have zero problems with this car. When it comes down to a conclusion, would I personally buy this? Well, yes and yes, because one, I'm a Volkswagen fanboy, which is completely not objective at all, but two, it is just that good and it's practical. You can get it in a four-door, which would make sense if you have a lot of family. It also gets plenty of gas mileage, and just a smile on your face when you drive this car and get on it. And tunability. Excellent aftermarket support on these. You can get anything you want, and that for a car enthusiast is very high on the list. And of course, over here we gotta do this thing. Oh man, Nick, thank you so much for letting me review your GTI, man. First GTI that I've driven in my life. Of course, I've driven the Golf R, but it lives up to the hype. Abso-freaking-lutely. I hope you guys enjoyed this review. For me, of course, a lot of fun, and I'll see you on the flip side. So this is an 11, right?
Yes, sir.
All right, don't call me sir, man.
I'm from Texas. Everybody's sir.
Yeah, sir. Sir. Yes, sir.
It's got 140,000 miles on it, but driving it, you can't even tell.
Yeah, this is crazy. I didn't even look at that.
Yeah.
It's super smooth. Uh-oh. Hope he makes it.
Right? It's awesome.
Yeah, that is sick. Yeah, Land Cruiser, man. old Land Cruiser. Yeah, so now we're sitting at 2,000 RPM and we're driving 50 miles an hour. That should have been 60.
That's this guy.
Yeah, he's gonna do a UE, of course, now. Should have passed him.
12 seconds later.
Did I call that, though? I should have freaking passed this guy. I do love that it downshifts for. Hey, look at that. Hello. That's a
Nice
girl drive.
wheels, yeah.
Yeah.
Might be my soulmate.
You have a girlfriend?
Nope.
Oh man, that was her.
She just left.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Same color. There's a couple that they met somehow over their GTIs. And
Well, hey man, like minds or great minds think alike.
Exactly.
So great minds also fit together very nicely.
Exactly.
Me and my wife, we met over Dragon Ball Z. Kid you not. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
The whole wedding was GTI themed.
Is that a GT500? That is a GT500. I've seen that guy before over here.
Yeah. We might live right down here.
Perhaps, because he was in my back view mirror, the review that I'm editing right now. Look at it, man. Older gentleman driving it.
Yeah.
God, and it's completely bone stock. That will be a good one to buy whenever he sells it,
Oh yeah.
because he's not going to be hosing it up.
Yeah.
Of course, I would put a pulley on it, and a little bit louder exhaust, and slightly different wheels on it, but you know, still keep it nice and low key. No, nothing crazy. Man, why do I keep seeing those GT500s? It's giving me a sign.
easy.
No. I'm not gonna buy one of those. I'm gonna have a classic muscle car. That's it. That's cool. I dig
Oh
that.
yeah. Super medium. No scat pack.
Scat pack. That's what I would get. I wouldn't get the SRT. I would get Scat pack.
Yeah.
I'd rather spend less money, have the same engine,
Exactly.
and you still get kind of that same amount of fun. So.
And
So
with the
cool.
extra money you save, you can do what you want with it.
Exactly. A little louder exhaust, intake. Nothing else though, because they don't take boost well. The 6.4s.
Yeah.
TCS deactivated. Driving stability restricted. Uh-oh. Maserati, nice.
Oh yeah. Yes.
Oh.
There she is. That's a nice color too.
Things that you see. Wow. Nice. Yeah, definitely. That truck was closing the gap over there. I'm like, no, sir.
He saw the he heard the tires. He looked at me and I made eye contact, and his face was priceless.
Really?
Yeah.
He was like, I'm screwing this guy. Oh, wait a minute. Nope. There goes the GTI. Bye.
Oh, that was awesome.
2.5. Looks like he has an exhaust on that thing. That was like the perfectly timed shift right there. That was awesome. And the purple, man, you just gotta love that. That is the best. If that's a 2.5 with an exhaust, that's probably gonna sound pretty good if he gets full tilt on that. I nearly bought one of those. Nearly.
Oh, that was awesome.
Oh no!
If we shut the trunk, it'll take the car off of the dash over there.
What do you mean off the dash?
Like
oh!
Since it's an open door.
Oh, okay, yeah, just lock me in. I'm claustrophobic!